Hey guys, how's it going? MC Alkin here, and welcome back to another episode of Mick at Night. Doesn't really look like night anymore now that it's, summertime, but it is technically nighttime as of recording, so, boom. Happy day to you guys. How are you guys doing? You liking the Wani series? I'm liking Wani. Wani's so much fun to do. The first video is done. Of that as a recording. I'm gonna record another of that tomorrow. So that'll be fun. Can't wait for you guys to see that. That's gonna be great. Plus Outlast is coming along nicely. Sal is putting his work in. He's doing a lot right now. So I gave him some notes and boom, he has taken it to the extreme. So I can't wait for you guys to see that video once it's done. And then we're just going to keep growing with Sal. Sal is a part of the team now. He and we are running this channel. And yeah, I cannot wait. I literally cannot wait for you guys to see this video. But that's not what this pod is about. That was last pod of earlier time. It's a whole new 2 weeks. A whole new 2 weeks have passed since last video. So, you know what? It's time to talk about what's new in life. How are you guys? Let me know in the comments. That being said, let me tell you what I did right after I filmed the pod and then was like, should I redo the pod so I can include this? But it's been a bit of time. I still have some notes to talk about this, and I remember a lot of this movie. I saw Backrooms. I saw both Obsession and Backrooms. And let me tell you what, horror has never been in a better spot than it is in right now. 2020 and now have been great years. Like, post-COVID, great years for horror. I mean, we're talking about new Evil Dead stuff. Evil Dead Rise, Evil Dead Burn coming out soon. Rise was really good. Alien Requiem, not Alien Requiem. Was it for Alien Requiem? Romulus. Alien Romulus. These continuations of horror icons, but now for a more modern situation. And those two movies have been really good. Now there's been some poopy ones. The Halloween series. You might like the Halloween series, but really, guys, what's there? I love a Jamie Lee Curtis like the next man, okay? I think about Jamie Lee Curtis in Freaky Friday a lot, and she's just the best in all the movies she ever does. But, the Halloween series, without Jamie Lee Curtis and without Mike Myers, the movies really are dying, And, Mike's been in all of them, but Mike can't hold the movie on his own. You need at least Jamie and a good script, and the last few ones haven't been the best. Other than that, what other horror movie franchises have... Oh, Scream! Scream made a movie this year. It's not good. Spoiler alert. I'm not even going to put a timestamp. You can just 10 seconds this. Stu comes back as, an AI thing, and it's a deep fake. And they were really marketing Stu's return. And if you don't know, it's Matthew Lillard, one of the characters from the first movie. He's back in this one. And they're like, but he's dead, but he's in a psych ward. And it's like, yeah, he's dead and in a psych ward. He died a few years ago. It's like, oh my gosh. So someone's deep faking it? But in all the marketing of the movie, it was just like, hello, Sydney. And it was just Matthew Lillard's voice. And they were really pushing oh, it's just Matthew Lillard is going to be the Scream killer or a suspect in this movie. But no, he was just he was behind a phone screen the entire movie, guys. Backrooms, though, is very good. Kane, the director of it, he was 20 years old when he made the movie, which is crazy. He's one of the youngest horror directors of all time, I think. But I really liked it. I really liked its themes of what we do, how do we, mask? How do we do that? And how does the world remember us type deal? And it's a whole thing of circulating just information about all this stuff. And you know what? The movie was fine. It's been a bit since I seen the movie. So it's not freshly in my head as Obsession was. But Backrooms, though, was a good movie. Was it the best movie I've ever seen? Was it the best horror movie ever? No. Was it very flawed and kind of boring? Yeah. Was it as good as Obsession? No. Can I see Kane, though, taking all the criticisms of this movie and putting that towards his next movie? Yeah. Yes, I 100% can see Kane going to seeing all like the criticism of this movie. Now, they're not negative criticisms, at least some of them are, at least the ones I've seen. They're like, it's a good movie. It's just like needs that extra step, you know? And I really hope Kane takes all of this in, and for his next project, whether it be on YouTube, whether it be on a silver screen or on the big screen, you know, I hope that he really takes into consideration all of these things. So by the time he makes his next project, it'll be perfect. The reason Obsession is so good, because Curry has been making skit comedy for so long. And skits are very much a I've written a few scripts. If you guys have seen my older videos, you know, I've made some skits before. Skit making is really hard. You know, you have to hit your beats and you have to edit them accordingly, which is the exact kind of same when it comes to horror movie. You have to write your script down, hit your beats, and film them and edit them properly, which is the perfect thing behind Obsession. Obsession was edited in such a good way. There are points with Backrooms where I was just like, why include this? Why is this even here? And we'll get into some spoilers coming up here, as you know, I remember as I talk about this movie. But it was very much a lot of the criticism comes from it like coming outside of the back rooms, while people wanted it more to stay in the back rooms. You know, once we're there, let's just stay there. I didn't really mind it hopping in and out of the back rooms, to be honest, because we had a character who'd never even been to the back room. So we have to keep her, you know, progression of her story until she gets there. And we'll get into the girl, by the way. Another thing, the VFX for Backrooms was a bit worse. It was pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie. Now, the practical backroom set, amazing. Everything else, like, about the backrooms looked and felt really scary. Like, just insanely scary. Infinitely long as it is infinitely big, you know? Like, you really feel the weirdness scale on backroom stuff. And yeah, it's just it exists and it's really weird and it's really cool. But then there's points where I'm like, you know, the VFX were like really bad here. And there's a few points of not like really bad, but like you could tell it wasn't like it was a Marvel movie. It wasn't an early Marvel movie, which was totally fine. And the reason Obsession was just so much better to me is because Obsession was mostly practical. Real blood, real effects. There's only like a few times where I really could remember there being a VFX thing. And there's probably more underground VFX to Obsession than there actual is like shown to the, So like a background VFX is like, oh, like erasing stuff or wires or, packets of blood, because there's the movie's bloody. So if something slips or something like is shown, you have to erase it. So I bet there's like a bunch of that stuff in the movie. But besides that, it doesn't really get into, I don't know where I'm going with this. That's the end of that point. Let's get into spoilers about Backrooms. I didn't mess with the ending at all. The ending makes it out to be this thing where they don't really know what's going on. And if you know Backrooms lore, it is just like this thing that just is shown. This thing that exists now. It's just this underground in-between world. In between a wall, pretty much. This world. How big is it? We don't know. Is it big? Is it small? What is how do we categorize something that's literally an in-between place? Between two universes, maybe, is what the common theory of the Backrooms is. And the end of the movie, the main guy dies by his backrooms self, which let's talk about the Backrooms real quick. It's this entity, it exists, it's real, it knows something, it moves things around, it changes all the time. My understanding is it's real. The Backrooms, it's its own real place. It exists on its own. It is its own entity, pretty much. It sees the world, our current world, and it's like, that's beautiful. I want to make that stuff. So it'll copy it. But then it's like, I didn't get it right. Copy it. I didn't get it right. Copy, 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 copy. Until Backrooms happens. And there's a really good scene where it talks about this, where it shows this to the camera. That's a lot of this movie. It's a lot of visual storytelling, you know. And I really like that about the whole movie. If you're not paying attention, you're gonna be a little bit lost in the plot here. But if you're paying attention to the movie, you are seeing almost this non-dialogue of this showing character, which was the therapist character. Her whole story is kind of like this. You have to just watch this story because a lot of it happens on screen and you have to come up with your own conclusions in your head. Like, as a child, she loved her mom and her mom was good until one time, maybe it was the background, maybe it got crazy, but she started going insane. And so insane that Child's Protective Services had to get involved, and her mom went to an asylum and probably is still there and or dead, you know. And she moved back into her family house, questionably. I think so. I think she had a move-in party. So she was moving back into her house, or she bought her house. I don't really know. Nor do I remember. And the whole movie is basically she is remembering all this stuff because she's literally living in the house where all this stuff happened to her. So every like time we kind of see something happen to the house, we have these really cool. And one of the moments that really got me in the beginning was we see, you know, the therapist and her mom putting like hands into cement when they got the house. They were like, "Yeah, we're here now. Woo, put your hands in the thing." And then the background, you see a crane come over and then like drop trash right on top of them. But then the camera immediately, before it hits, the camera moves to the side and you see that, oh, they were never there and this is just a memory. They do a few of that stuff, which like the editing was really good when those things happened. So that's one character. The main, though, character of the Backrooms is a guy Carl. I think his name is Carl. Coral. In lack of a better, name for it, he's kind of an asshole. Yeah, Clark. Clark. That is his name. Clark. Clark is a bully. He's a antagonist to his ex-wife at the former wife, ex-wife currently, or maybe girlfriend, I totally forget. He's a big old jerk to her for not really, he can't really express his feelings well without, raging and or going into like a manic brain state about all of this stuff. He definitely has some underground, under the surface, problems. Are they self-inflicted? Are they this is world that he lives in? Who knows? In my point of view, I think most of his problems are self-inflicted. He keeps living in this cycle, again, this repeating process, seeing the problem, trying to fix it, can't fix it, seeing the problem, trying to fix it, can't fix it, starts making something new, starts making something off. By the time you realize it's off, it's too late. So, Clark's warehouse of furniture, because he's an architect, but actually he is a a discount furniture guy. And then in this basement, he finds an entrance to the back rooms. And this is where I can be. This is what I was talking about, the CGI. The CGI for when they were entering the back rooms, it's fine. A hand is phasing through a wall. It's maybe one of the easiest VFX shots if you're into VFX. You're just doing this and you're just cutting their hand off there pretty much. You just, boom, right to the wrist. Oh my gosh. Dude, no way my hand went through the wall. But they don't do the side shot. A side shot would have been cool. They go like, they follow them in. And I'm like, oh, that takes me out every time. Then at the end of the movie, they actually do what I wanted them to do from the beginning, which is so weird of why they wouldn't just do this if they could off the rip, which it's a wide shot. They showed the therapist walking up to the wall, the camera following her across, and as soon as the camera gets in, the camera goes through, and she's just on the other side. That's all I wanted. It's all I wanted. I was hoping, and I didn't say this out loud to any of my friends, but I was really hoping that they wouldn't show the phasing, because the phasing always kicks me out of backroom stuff, because it just looks so stupid. My hand is gone! Guys, I'm phasing through your screen right now! Oh my gosh! And it's like, it makes it look so like milky, like a phased wall, something you can no clip through. It's like, it made them look like they were like grist into milk. It looked really bad, like just to me. To a normal person, probably they didn't care to mind. I was hoping for something a bit more stylistic, a bit cooler, if you would. But I'm a jerk anyway. So this movie was good. I put my Letterboxd review. Let's pull it up. That's my fitness app. Okay, here we go. That took forever to pop up. All right. Oh, thanks, Connor. So sometimes if I don't care about a movie, I'll just like say something random that happened during the movie's runtime, ads or not. When we were there for Backrooms, there was a ad for this dumb movie. I have to go see it. It's called Victorian Psycho, okay? And just looked like a fan-made version of American Psycho, but in Victorian England. And my review for Backrooms was 3.5 stars. I liked it. And I said Victorian Psycho is just American Psycho in Victorian times. There you go. There's my review. Here, yeah, it's stupid. Whatever. We're gonna move on from Backrooms. Another movie I saw more recently than that was Doctor Strangelove. Very good movie. Very funny. Kubrick, don't touch that LSD, bro. Stay where you are with Doctor Strangelove. That movie, go watch it. I'm not gonna even spoil it. I'm not even gonna spoil Doctor Strangelove, because if you don't get it by the end of the movie, you don't understand the current world that you live in. I would really recommend you going to watch Doctor Strangelove, even though it's like so old. It's from the 60s or 70s. It's from like something like that. It's so old, but it's so good, and it's shot in black and white, and I love a good old black and white movie. It's from like the 70s in black and white too. So if you're like, oh, come on, I can't watch this. Yeah, you can. Yes, you can. You can watch this movie. It's not that long yet anyway. It's like an hour and a half with credits. Go watch Doctor Strangelove, and you'll be like, wow, that's the world we live in now as well. Yeah, nothing's changed. Nothing ever changes, by the way. If you're thinking to yourself, wow, this will definitely change everything. It won't. Nothing ever changes ever. Let's talk about more economical problems. The Steam box. For anyone not knowing, Valve, owner of Steam, and they made Portal, and they made Team Fortress 2, and they made CS:GO one of the most well-known shooters of all time. They, a while ago, said that they were going to make something called the Steam box. I actually don't know what it's actually called. I just call it the Steam box. I'll look up the title right now. Steam Machine. That's right. It's called the Steam Machine, but everyone online that's cool calls it the Steam box. The Steam Machine's pricings got announced a few days ago. It's not looking too hot for Valve. And it's not looking too hot for anybody trying to make a computer right now or anything to the sorts of technology. Why, you might ask? Well, why am I bringing this up? If you want a Steam machine, which can't really do more than just play video games, it's a box. Doesn't come with a controller. It's just the box. and I think you can browse the web with it. I think it is a computer, but it is mostly going to be used to play, Steam games. How much will this be? It's like $1,000, $1,100, $1,300 for the two different versions being dropped. $1,000, people. When these got announced, they were saying $600 to $700. These were the rumored prices when these things first got announced. $6,000 to $7,100. Jeez, oh my gosh. What? Now, you might be wondering, why is it so expensive now to buy anything for a computer, let alone a Steam machine, a Steam box? Why are computer parts so expensive now for certain, for like graphics cards? Why are they so expensive? I'll tell you why. It has something to do with data centers. It has something to do with AI. Okay? AI uses a lot of things, and the most computer thing that it uses is a GPU. Companies like NVIDIA and Intel, these guys that make GPUs and CPUs, they give a lot of their stuff to, just people, and whoever can buy them, buy them. So if you are rich and you think I'm going to mine Bitcoin while running my own Claude AI, and also, I don't know. If you think you're going to at least do those two things and maybe have a data center, you're going to buy every single graphics card you can put your hands on just to render all of this out, just to have your Bitcoining mines keep on mining for you, all right? You're going to buy all of these. And it's like people like that are the problem. There's not a lot of people that are the problem. People who specifically go out of their way to be like, hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy every single GPU I can get my hands on just so I can make a few images using AI. And it really sucks for people like me who have been using a laptop for the past, 3 years to make videos. And I can't even buy a nice, good old graphics card because companies and people and solo developers and all these other guys are just buying graphics cards just to buy graphics cards. And now a bunch of them come with AI already in them, like the new Intel Cores. Intel Core, what are they on, 15, 16, something like that? They come with built-in AI cores just to, better the people who buy these to have AI stuff for them. But now for the consumer, I'm being forced to literally have a 16-core processor, but have like 3 of those cores being only used for Microsoft Copilot or ChatGPT or all these other things. And it's all coming with AI, and it sucks. And that's the world you live in, people. GTA 6 is coming out in November as well. It's coming out this year. Had some price hikes recently. I don't know if you are a gamer, and if you are a gamer, you've been noticing a steadily increased price on video games. 1, video games are expensive to be made. 2, the whole situation with graphics, guys. Literally exploding the world because of graphics cards. GTA 6 is one of those games that has everyone on the edge of their seat. 1, I like doing ones. 1, you got the consumer, us. We want to play the game. We love GTA. When I finally got on GTA 5, though I was a bit late for it, and I didn't really enjoy my time, it was fun. It's a fun game. When you're playing with friends, GTA 5 is a great, good old time, I watched Vanos' crew play it, whatever. You have a blast playing that game. GTA 6, though, looks incredible. It's like newest gen game ever. Second to that, you have, people like me, the content creators for the consumers. We have a special privilege and an ability to show you guys the game. And now that's got us excited and got like us going like, oh my God, maybe potential new viewers, maybe all these guys that are coming into my channel. I don't have a PlayStation, so I can't do that. So it's sad whatever. But then the third people that are waiting for this game to drop is the heads of every major company. A lot of companies are relying on GTA 6 right now. A lot of a lot of private betting, a lot of all these other underground stuff, a lot of funding that's gone into GTA 6 that they're hoping to get their money back, doubled with interest. So if GTA 6 does anything not good then perfect drop, we might not see a Rockstar game for a very long time. It's these new type of games that people are making. Baldur's Gate, GTA 6, 2 games, and I had a third one in my head. Oh yeah, Elder Scrolls 6 2. Sorry, I'm like hitting myself with this pen. I'm like stimming with this guy. But those 3 games alone have almost killed the company they're going for. Now, Elder Scrolls 6. Owned by Bethesda, they're owned by Xbox, which is owned by Microsoft. They'll always be around. Microsoft is getting pretty mad, though, at Bethesda. GTA 6 announcement trailer dropped when I was in high school. I graduated 4 years ago. Yeah. And I still sound like a freshman. So, Xbox is getting pretty mad at Bethesda. Why it's taking so long? I'll tell you why it's taken them so long to at least put this game out. It's because they were really hoping on Starfield to be their next big thing. And guess what? No one liked Starfield. And even you have Obsidian, aka, if you don't know, Obsidian was Bethesda before they split up. Obsidian's newest RPG 2, Avowed, barely sold. Now they're hoping for Outer Worlds 2 to really smack it in the face. Probably won't, to be honest. I mean, there's a big fandom for Outer Worlds, so I can really see Outer Worlds 2 blowing up. Because I've seen a lot of the stuff, a lot of the character stuff. It looks good, it looks funny, it looks interesting. Then you have Baldur's Gate 3, a game designed to be ever limitless with its choices. Pretty much limitless with what you can do in Baldur's Gate 3. From all the different casting you can do, from all the different ways you can end a battle you can do, from all the different endings you can do, from all the different people that are fully voice acted. Like, this game literally almost killed Larian. It literally almost killed Larian. Good news, didn't kill Larian though. But what is with this new, I don't know if it's encouraged in the game sphere. I don't know if it's wanted to be it, but we've gone from a crunch system of just being like, oh my gosh, we need to do this now. We got to crunch and then just have it out, and then we'll fix it later. Why have we moved from that to now just let's put everything into this game and maybe put it out because we will be under? And I respect that. I respect Larian for sticking with Baldur's Gate, putting the demo out as they did, slowly gaining people's trust and interest with this game, and finally putting it out, being one of the best RPGs you can ever play right now. And anyone can really play Baldur's Gate. It's on everything, and it doesn't take a lot to process Baldur's Gate, which is surprising. Stuff like this just makes me pissed. Because, once upon a time, 10 years ago, games weren't this expensive. Maybe a game was $50, 55, 60 if it's AAA. Most games were $40 at the time. Now it seems everything, the AAA stuff, the games that you wouldn't even really play, they're all $60, $50 now. They're all $100. It's stupid. And it's the whole thing with pre-order bundles. Gamers ruined gaming for us. Because when pre-order this, pre-order that, I pre-ordered CODs. I pre-ordered the Avatar game. I pre-ordered Battlefield 2042 for $80. Great financial foresight there, let me tell you what. I'm pretty much donezo on pre-ordering stuff right now. Plus the Avatar game was pretty mid. So wasn't really the happiest camper. But yeah, we have ruined gaming just because it's just one, making stuff is expensive now for like a team of people. Because you gotta think now with the high prices, how much do you as a freelancer, as someone in a job or like anyone, how much is how much is your daily quote? Because the world is ever changing now. How do you find something in the middle? And now because of all that and because of greed of the higher ups, these games are now getting pre-ordered for $690. The placeholder price of GTA 6 Standard Edition. There's 3 versions that got not leaked, but like put on the website. There's 3 versions of GTA. Standard, Ultimate, Collector. Standard version, €90. I don't know what it estimates out to. This is what I saw on Twitter. The Ultimate Edition, €100. Collector's Edition. Now, usually Collector's Editions come with IRL things. Usually a coin or something else, a cup, whatever. A map. That was going for €200. That is a lot of money, but to be devil's advocate for half a second, collector's editions have always been very expensive. Okay, they've always been. Depending on what they have on the inside, they've been very expensive. Okay, watch a Scott the Woz video about collector editions of stuff like that, and you'll just see how much they really are. And it's crazy what you can get, what you used to be able to get for collector's edition. Oh, man. The world, guys, the world. But let me tell you what. The world might be dying, but you know what is a dead world already? The Rubicon. I am currently playing off stream, off video, just because, sometimes I like to have my own fun with friends and call. I'm currently playing Armored Core Fires of Rubicon. It's a very good game. It is a big old mech game. You're a mech. There's other mechs. There's these things called Armored Cores, and you're one of them, and you're a mech driver in the Armored Core, and there's other Armored Core guys that are trying to kill you, and you're like upgrading your own parts. There's cool energy swords. You put an energy sword on a mech. I mean, dude, it's insane. It is so much fun. Okay. I'm playing that game. This was just a quick throw out blurb of just Armored Core. I really liked it. Shout out to Ben for getting me on Armored Core. And whatnot. Also, let me know in the comments down below what you're currently funneling with your hands. This is a pen, so there you go. Now to the main point. To my last main point, and this is what we'll probably end the video off of, unless I totally remember something here. I said this, not too long ago. I run a laptop, and I've had this laptop since I've graduated, pretty much. 2023. Almost been 3 years since this boy. And he is a beast. Let me tell you what. He is a good old, at the time, high-end laptop. I mean, this thing is RTX, baby. This thing's great. I used it for school. I used it for YouTube. I used it for all the time when I was in college. Boy's getting old. And there's a bit of a static buildup going down. So once in a while, you'll hear me complain about it on stream sometimes. You'll hear boom of things just getting out because there's a static buildup. There's dust or something in there. Whoops. But it's gotten really bad. It's gotten incredibly bad to the point where I've had to now call Lenovo and be like, hey guys, let's get my laptop fixed. And I had called them a while ago to be like, hey, this is happening on my laptop. And they were like, well, we could have someone either come to your house or we could send it out. And this was a while ago, and I was just like, have someone here kind of weird. Have some bring it out there, then I miss you guys for maybe a week. At the time, I was like, I can't do this. But like last week, it was really bad. Last week it just kept shorting. My mic kept like bugging out with the static. So I needed a alternate option here. I recalled them up and I said, hey guys, what are we doing? We got to fix this thing. So my awesome support guy or the phone was like, well, we could bring someone there, or, and I felt his wink through the camera, we could send it out. And I said, okay. And he goes, if they send it out and they see anything hardware issue that's wrong, they see a software issue that's wrong, they'll fix it up. And, it's in your premium plan. And I went, yes, it is. And then he said this, which was very interesting. Or they will just give you a new one. And I went, give me a new one? And he went, yes. Well, it's a bit more logical than that. If they can't find the issue, or if they fix it, bring it back to you, and you still have the issue, and you have proof of this issue, or he said, like, or if it keeps going, call us back, and we'll just send you a new one. And I went, whoa, no way. So, all of last week, I was like, all right, let me move my stuff over. Let me, during the weekend, let me record this. So by the time, like, the box will probably arrive, I will put it in the box. I will send it off and don't have to worry about it. A week will go by. I'll get my box back. You guys will barely even notice I'm gone. And then my friends went on a camping trip, and then I had to house sit for them, so I couldn't record at their house, which I was fine with. I was like, either I bring my laptop home for like an hour, and I go back and I edit and I have a terrible time, or I just hang out for the weekend, and I move all my stuff around. I said, okay. I moved all my stuff around, put it all on different drives and whatnot. And I was like, yesterday, I was just thinking like, all right, today we can record. We can do the recording today. No. Still no box, no nothing, okay? So now I have to plan for next week. Next week's Wani video, or maybe something else. I don't really know. Next week's Wani video has to be done like this week, just in case, and I don't know who just in case is. The box comes and I need to send that boy out almost immediately to just be like, just take it, fix it, bring it back to me as soon as you can type deal. So, if you ever see a post here on YouTube, in the Discord, follow the Discord if you're not in it, that say like, hey, there's no video this week, my laptop is gone, you'll know why. Because it's getting fixed. Oh boy, I love talking to you guys. It's great. These videos have been just really fun to do. Just really fun to do, and I like doing them. Well, boys, if you enjoyed this video of Mick at Night, let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you watch the other Mick at Night videos. I mean, you kind of have to keep up because, they're kind of current to the times. But whatever. If you're liking this series, let me know in the comments down below. I'll see you guys next week. Peace. Oh, and hold on. Make sure you're looking out for the Outlast video. Let me know in the comments down below how you guys like Sal as an editor. All right, see ya.